Welcome to our video on the top 10 vehicles that will be obsolete by 2023. This video may be useful to you if you plan to purchase or replace your car in 2023. These cars in the list have been carefully chosen for their performance, safety, and all-around value. So let's get started without further ado. Starting off with Acura ILX. The ancient Acura ILX sedan was put to rest with the introduction of the 2023 Acura Integra. The ILX was built on the bones of the 9th-generation Honda Civic, whereas the Integra shares its foundation with the most recent 11th-generation Civic. It may be argued that when Honda unveiled the 10th-generation Civic, the ILX should have received the green light. Nevertheless, the moment has arrived. Acura NSX. Honda and its high-end subsidiary Acura built the hybrid sports automobile known as the Acura NSX. Production of the NSX's second generation concluded in late 2020 after its introduction in 2016. Acura produced a small number of NSX Type S cars in the final year of production, which included a number of performance enhancements, including a boost in horsepower from 573 to 600. Other enhancements made to the Type S vehicles included a sport-tuned suspension, bigger brakes, and distinctive exterior and interior design features. The NSX Type S is a highly sought-after collectible among auto fans because to its limited production of only 350 vehicles. Buick Encore. The Buick Encore subcompact SUV has been produced since 2012. After more than 10 years of sales, Buick has nonetheless decided to discontinue the Encore for the 2023 model year. Since 2020, the Encore and the comparably sized Encore GX have been displayed together, although it seems that buyers prefer the Encore GX. The move by automakers toward larger, more versatile SUVs and crossovers, as well as the increased demand for electric and hybrid vehicles, are likely contributing causes to the Encore's end. Chevrolet Spark. The 2022 Chevrolet Spark is a subcompact car that is among the least expensive new cars available in America, with a starting price of $14,595. One of its main selling points is its list of standard features, which includes a 7.0-inch touchscreen infotainment system that is compatible with both Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. However, the Spark has some downsides as well. The rear seat is not very spacious, which limits its ability to transport passengers. Additionally, the 98-horsepower four-cylinder engine is not particularly powerful, which may not be suitable for those looking for a sporty ride. Chevrolet Trax. After a one-year break, the Chevrolet Trax subcompact SUV will be back in the Bowtie brand's range for 2024. The planned 2024 Trax solely relies on a 137-horsepower turbocharged 1.2-liter inline-3 and exclusively transfers that power to the front wheels, in contrast to the 2022 model's 155-horsepower turbocharged 1.4-liter inline-4 with standard front-wheel drive and optional all-wheel drive. Although it looks that the Trax with all-wheel drive is no longer available, the Trax will carry on even until 2023. Ford EcoSport. Ford gave up on the subcompact SUV market when it announced that the little EcoSport would be discontinued in 2023. Few will likely miss the Blue Oval's tiny SUV, which we thought was underwhelming and pricey. It was seen as unpolished and overpriced by some critics and consumers, making it less attractive compared to other options in the market. Ford GT. The Ford GT, which has 660 horsepower, pays homage to the Ford GT40 race vehicles from the 1960s, which won 4 Le Mans races and had a starting price of about $500,000. Ford claimed that the supercar's mid-mounted, 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6 engine could push it to a top speed of more than 200 miles per hour. Over the course of its 6 model years, the GT was offered in a wide variety of special edition configurations. The last one was a special LM edition designed to honor the car company's accomplishments in endurance racing. Honda Insight. Honda's small hybrid sedan went by the name Insight, but it was really just a Civic sedan with model-specific appearance. Honda appears ready to accept this fact, as it waved the Insight off in order to introduce a new Civic hybrid. Hyundai Accent. The no-nonsense Hyundai Accent proved to be a friendly and economical subcompact car alternative, even though it could never be accused of raising pulses with its performance or design. Hyundai discontinues the Accent for 2023, which is unfortunate as it seems that sales did not adequately reflect this. This is true, even if the compact car was named to our list of Editor's Choice vehicles for 2022. Hyundai Ioniq. For 2023, the gasoline-electric Hyundai Ioniq is no longer offered. The hatchback, which had plug-in hybrid and hybrid powertrain options, was discontinued along with its battery-electric brother by Hyundai after the 2021 model year. Even though Hyundai no longer produces the Ioniq, the nameplate lives on in the battery-electric sub-brand that comprises models like the Ioniq 5 SUV and the impending Ioniq 6 sedan. Hyundai Veloster. The end of the 2021 model year saw the elimination of the majority of the Hyundai Veloster lineup. However, the 275 horsepower Veloster N made it until 2022. It is now also deceased. The quirky 3-door hot hatch may have had trouble finding buyers, but those who did fell in love with the Veloster N. After all, we included it on our list of Editor's Choice products for 2022 for a reason. Infiniti Q60. The Q60 Coupe is killed off by Infiniti, and it won't be available for the 2023 model year. The Q60's powerplant and styling failed to impress enough coupe customers to persuade the brand's bean counters that it was worthwhile to keep this 2-door around for another year, despite the fact that it offered up to 400 horsepower from its twin-turbo V6 in Red Sport 400 form. Jeep Grand Cherokee WK. The outgoing Jeep Grand Cherokee remained in production as the Grand Cherokee WK for a little while longer despite the introduction of a new 2-row Grand Cherokee for the 2022 model year. The base Grand Cherokee WK's beginning price of $38,575 was $1,545 less than that of its Grand Cherokee stablemate. The 2023 Grand Cherokee family now requires a minimum of $41,995 to enter due to the absence of the WK to hold down the low end of the lineup. Lamborghini Aventador. After selling the Aventador for more than 10 years, Lamborghini has decided to retire it. The LP780-4 Ultimi mark was present on the last batch of Aventadors. There were just 600 examples of this special edition of the 769 horsepower supercar made, 350 coupes and 250 roadsters. A replacement that should arrive by the middle of the decade will carry on the Aventador's legacy. However, the following Lamborghini flagship will include a gasoline-electric drivetrain in contrast to the gas-only V12 Aventador. Lamborghini Countach. We were aware right once that the seven-figure Lamborghini Countach was a limited edition vehicle. We still lament its loss, though. The Countach combined Lamborghini's history, present, and future with style that was based on the company's historic Countach from 1974 to 1990 and Aventador underpinnings. The brand's embrace of electrification may be seen in the latter. The powerful mid-mounted V12 in the Countach shared many similarities with the one in the Aventador, but it also featured a small electric motor that took its power from a supercapacitor, giving the Countach a total output of 802 horsepower. The Aventador's replacement is likely to have a comparable piece of technology. Lexus RXL. However, the RXL, a three-row variant of the mid-size luxury SUV, was discontinued at the end of the 2022 model year. The next-generation Lexus RX will make its debut in 2023. Few individuals would likely miss the longer RX, which had a wheelbase similar to that of its two-row cousins. It will be replaced by a three-row SUV with the Lexus model designation TX in the future. Mercedes-Benz A-Class. The A-Class is eliminated from Mercedes model Benz's lineup for 2023. The A220's starting price of $35,000 is $4,250 less than that of the swankier and more potent CLA 250. It was easy to anticipate that one of these two Mercedes sedans would be discontinued given that the A-Class and CLA class effectively occupied the same spot in the Benz portfolio. The CLA low-slung class's aesthetics won the day despite the A-more class's inexpensive price. Nissan Rogue Sport. Since the Rogue Sport is no longer part of Nissan's lineup, the Japanese carmaker will be without an SUV in 2023. The Rogue Sport was sandwiched between the larger Rogue and the smaller Kicks, living in the shadow of its more prosperous stablemates. It's possible Nissan will alter its mind and bring the new generation vehicle back to our shores in the future. The analog to the Rogue Sport, the non-US sold Qashqai, was just remodeled. Ram ProMaster City. In 2023, the Ram ProMaster City will hang up its tool belt. The ProMaster City's collapse signals the end of the small van market in America. Despite this, we're hopeful that Ram will introduce a compact or mid-size truck to its lineup, similar to how Ford did with the Maverick and Ranger. Toyota Avalon. Toyota eliminates the large sedan from its 2023 lineup, putting an end to the Avalon's nearly 30-year reign. The 2023 Crown, a full-size sedan with SUV-like features that only comes in hybrid form, takes the place of the Avalon. Toyota CHR. Two tiny SUVs don't seem to fit in Toyota's lineup very well. Toyota stopped making the CHR after the 2022 model year after selling the similarly sized Corolla Cross and CHR side by side for a year. Well, at least in Canada and the United States. A second-generation CHR will soon be available in more areas. Volkswagen Passat.
In comparison to the Honda Accord and Toyota Camry, which once sold close to 500,000 cars per year, Volkswagen's Passat has always been a little player. In 2012, the Passat sold 117,023 vehicles, making it its most popular year. Volkswagen released a limited edition Passat to commemorate the Passat's end, paying homage to Chattanooga, Tennessee, where it was made for the last 10 years of its life.
Thank you for watching the video. Please like, share and subscribe the channel for more videos.